This tool here can be used for bull markets and bear markets, and I'm going to show you exactly how this is done. Let us therefore begin. The first thing we must do is find out where the highest price came in, and that was 126. Nobody can dispute that. Next, we must take this tool and we must align the 0 pointer with a date on the red ring here. What do I mean by that? Let's take a closer look at what I'm discussing. Herein, on our natural square scientific forecasting instrument, we align the date of October 5th on this red ring. So for bull markets, we use the green ring, which expands and goes clockwise. Counter to that, in a bear market, we would use the red ring on the inside, where the dates go counterclockwise. Here I've aligned October 5th with our key. Next, we will now align the circle ring with the price of Bitcoin. Let's do that together. Here I've moved 0 to October 5th, our top, and you can see that it crosses directly over the top for Bitcoin. Let us therefore continue. Our scientific instrument is therefore aligned with the correct date and the correct price for the top. Our first movement down would be the first octave, as each one of these red lines are 45 degrees, because we are in fact dividing the circle equally, and there are 8 octaves each one of these lines. So from our top, our first point where we would expect a change in trend would occur here at November 20th and 21st, and that is precisely the date where we had a low. Well, what low did we have on that date? Well, the calculator lines up correctly with 79 and 80. Let's not get too excited right now about how powerful this instrument is. We still have to continue on. Our next point, from the November 21st, where we had a low, we have our next 45 degree angle, or the second octave of the circle, or a 90 degree square, and it shows us January 5th. And what happened on January 5th? Well, we had a top at 95. Let's go have a look at the chart really quick, just so that we can make a connection here. Here we are, our November 21st, the first 45 degree angle at 79. 45 degrees from that brings us to January 5th. And at January 5th, you can see that is the top of our channel at 95,000 or 94.8. Yes, we did have another 9 or 10 days of the fake out, and I told you to watch out for this trickery and not to chase this market. You can go ahead and look back at my previous videos. Let us therefore continue. Our next date moving from the channel top on the 5th, 45 degrees or days, would bring us to February the 20th. And we had a major low on the 4th, and on the 20th, I wanted to note we were really close to the February 24th low, where we made nearly 60,000. And now let's take a look at this octave in line, and we see that the price on February the 20th was 63 to 66K, with a closing in around the 64 here. So you can see how powerful this tool is again on our third calculation. Let us therefore continue. Our next 45 degree point or change in trend occurs moving around now 180 degrees from October and brings us to April 5th and 6th here. And on this angle and line here, we have a price of 68. And on that day, we did in fact make 68,000. Let's just go ahead and look at the chart really quickly to verify. Herein, the chart shows us on April 5th and 6th, we had a movement between 69,000 and a low of 66,000 and a closing at 67. So 68 on our square agrees strongly. There again, recapping, this is our April 6th, and here we are on this angle of 68 on this octave here. So you can see how powerful this tool is. Let us therefore continue. Our next target, moving 45 degrees on our instrument, brings us to May 22nd, 23rd, where we had a low at 76 to 74, and we had a topping in that day at 77. So again, you can see how this instrument has aligned very closely with the price and time. Let us continue to move on. Herein, looking at the chart, we see that this May 23rd or 22nd here, our pricing model shows a change and a low here at the pricing model that the instrument shows us. Let us continue on. Herein is our next point from the May 23rd. Our next 45 degree angle brings us to July 5th and 6th, and that points to a price of 60, directly where we are right now with pricing on the Bitcoin network. Let's take a quick look at the chart to just re-verify. Consulting with our Bitcoin chart, we see that the price today on June 29th shows us a pricing of a high of 60,000 and a low of 58,000, which is precisely and exactly what the square was indicating to us on that instrument for a pricing level. Our next major point is again another 45 days. Let's go, therefore, have a look at what that may bring us. Referring back to our instrument again, from July 5th at where we are currently coming up, and we are vibrating at 60 or 60K therein on the natural square. Let us take a look at the next time point. From here, another 45 degrees will bring us to August 21st, 22nd, and what could we see there? Well, from our 60, we could therefore see a low or something close into the 55 or 52, and a 90 degree angle from here would bring us down to 48. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart, because we also have 45 and 42. Let's go refer to the chart. Herein, referring to the chart, we see that the 48 level here and these lower 41, 42, and just under the 50 level is our target area, which is 45 days or degrees from our target point here of July 5th. Will we be revisiting this low area? Even though I've had this large arrow here pointing down, knowing very much that we are still in a major bear market, it is very likely and possible we see these levels. However, doesn't necessarily mean we have to. If you'd like one of these instruments, you can email us and text us for details on the shipping and delivery of your instrument. Let's go take a look at what I'm looking at for currently. My attention is drawn to the July 4th, as it is approximately 270 days from the October 5th top in 2025, which we started and put our instrument to that top. Everything has a beginning and an ending. Next, we have July 4th is also approximately 225 days from the November 21st low. We talked about that before. Next, Mars will be conjunct Uranus, a planet. This planetary combination often is associated with sudden change, volatility, technology, and transportation. Next, June 28th, or yesterday, is 144 days from the February 4th low, another major point for a change in trend. July 4th is also 60 degrees from the May 5th swing top, where we told you in May, sell in May and go away. Peace and love, brothers and sisters. These are our contact details where you can contact us, and we will provide you with our 7th generation natural square scientific forecasting instrument, where you will learn how to use this tool and utilize its attributes to be more accurate in your forecasting. Again, peace and love, brothers and sisters.